Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing some live YouTube coaching inside of our Discord community called The Better Gamers. And today I've got Safwan with me. He's a content strategist and training with our organization. And we don't have any of the members present today, so him and I are going to be doing some content strategy for a campaign that we're working on. And we've essentially identified 5 people that we could potentially help. And what we want to do is come up with a content idea for them, and then we want to flesh out not only the idea itself and how that video will work, but more specifically the title and the thumbnail, since we know that that is the main thing that drives the success of the video before people actually see it, of course. So we want to do that for those guys, show them what they could be doing to grow their channel and kind of break it down for them. And we're going to be hopefully sharing that with them on Twitter, totally for free, just to hopefully enlighten them and maybe show them something that they didn't think of on their own, a new perspective, a fresh way of thinking, and potentially open the door for some interesting conversations. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Let's get into it. So, Fawn, let's pull up our list that we had.
Yep.
So let's start with Keo because we talked about this earlier today, and that's like the person that aligns with a lot of our subject matter expertise being in Valorant. We know a lot about that game specifically, like how it works, whereas these other guys are in games that we know of, but and understand, but we don't have as much subject matter expertise in them. So let's go ahead and pull up his channel. I guess I'll share my screen as well.
Yeah.
So whenever you look up Yo, what's the stuff that kind of comes to your mind about his brand and his positioning and stuff like that?
I guess for me, like I've always seen his since Valorant's our main thing. I've seen his Valorant videos, and he does some gameplay videos, but a lot of them are more like challenges and stuff. I think like he has two different channels for them.
He has a second channel where he
Uh
posts
huh.
stuff. We can quickly look at that. I'm kind of surprised that it has over 100K subscribers. It's
Yeah.
pretty insane. Yeah, this is rough right here.
Yeah. This one, it doesn't really. Like you can see the videos are barely crossing 20K.
Yeah, dang, bro. And he's active on this one. Like this one was 5 hours ago. But the main
Yeah. He
thing,
posts multiple times.
my understanding of his brand, he has always been the guy who does speedruns.
Okay.
If you look at all of his most famous videos, this is like how he built his channel was off these speedruns, and you can see that
Yeah.
very present. And then he did this thing last year where he tried to play or he started doing games that kind of spanned different games. Like I played every FPS. Then he's like, I will hold
Mm-hmm.
the highest rank in 3 different games. And that was kind of a unique thing that a lot of people took notice of, and they're like, oh wow, like he's actually branching out of Valorant, which that one kind of aged pretty bad. But you can
Uh huh.
see a lot of it is speedrun content. So fast forward to today. I don't know if he's necessarily doing speedrun content, but you can see here it's like no crouching with chamber only. Valorant, but everything's golden. No crouch.
Yeah.
Broken thumb. I added gambling. 10. I had to MVP 10 games in a row. So he's very good at positioning whatever's going on in Valorant. Like, did they fix MMR? Of utilizing the duality of ranked a lot. Eon movement. Although that one did really poorly. That was a different game. And I get Radiant with the worst agents. It's pretty interesting. I think the last agent was Mix, and he did the speed run for that. So you can see that there.
Yeah.
Like you said, pretty much unique challenges. So I'll ask you, what does any like does another content creator come to mind who's like this for you?
Maybe not as diverse as him, but like there are people like I think Kami is doing a martial only challenge. People do like gun only challenges. There's Kami, there's Royal G, that sort of thing. Like they have the gameplay stuff as well, but their main things are like these niche challenges.
Royal G is kind of an interesting one. Sorry guys, I'm back. Wow, you really dipped out there for a lot. Bandit only. He's still on that bandit only grind. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, both the guys are fairly specific. I think Kami is like a op martial jet kind of flashy player, and then this guy's obviously pistol only. So I think this falls more in the
Yeah.
category of like a gimmick. Obviously, they're doing a challenge. They've done challenges on their respective channels, but the content creator that Kyo reminds me the most of is Candy because they're both like good players, but they're not the upper echelon of their respective games where like they just go in and destroy people. And
Uh-huh.
they both do quirky challenges. So like that was kind of the niche that Candy Root carved out in Apex. So if you look at a lot of the stuff, it's like OG player returns to Apex, or like I played the new agent early, or I tried stretch res. I 1v1 my viewers. I tried playing Apex like a regular person. A lot of this stuff kind of sounds like stuff that Kyo would do.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I see.
I tested newest myths, right? That was like the one where he said, "Can I hit Radiant with the worst agents?"
Yeah, yeah.
It obviously those are completely different things, but just the way that it's framed was similar. So I like his niche. It's really interesting. It's really fun. And then I also helped him for a year or so, and these were some of our videos here. Can a normal player win 10 games in a row? Broken combos. Every time I win, I open 20 packs. This prestige skin isn't what we thought. Old versus new Revenant, who got buffed at the time. I try to win sharing one gun. That's an interesting one, especially if you were to do it in Valorant because of the
Yeah.
economy. Although that video didn't do particularly well, but I tested Apex's pay to win skins. Like, that's actually like I actually had inspiration for that video from Valorant, so it worked out really well. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. I won with every heirloom. I tested underrated Guns. If I win, I donate an heirloom. I hired the best pro to coach me. Stuff like this. And then there's some of my the all-time favorites like survive this, win $20,000, or I won with every legend.
Uh,
Those are cool. I donated an heirloom to a small streamer. That one's a good one as well. So, anyways, very similar. And so the reason why I wanted to draw this comparison is because I've already worked with somebody that is like Keo. So, like, our goal is to not just to come up with something that is smart, that is unique, that makes the other person be like, okay, these guys know what they're talking about. These guys know what they're saying or know what it is that needs to happen in order for my channel to grow. But also, a lot of content creators are interested in, well, what have you done before this? Do you have any
yeah,
proof?
yeah,
That kind of thing. And I'm like, I do have some proof. And so we kind of not only do we have proof, but we also have a proof of work of how we kind of affect the different how we would affect a channel like this. And so you can obviously tell that the thumbnails and the titles are shorter, the
yeah,
thumbnails really pop out. There's not any faces in them, and they're very simple, which is a philosophy that I always implement into channels. And then when we get back into some of the videos that he was producing, when we ended our partnership, you can see that there's a lot more clutter, and he's introduced the face. The titles are longer, and there's lots of stuff going on. And he was able to have some success,
yeah.
but I think the numbers don't lie. I mean, a lot of these videos were getting more views in a shorter period of time, so it was definitely effective. So, going back to Keo, our goal is to find an idea for this guy that has not been done that we think could help him grow his channel. What thoughts come to your mind without doing any research?
I don't know if Kio's done an every agent one, but like that's the first thought. I just saw uh the every legend video on Candy's channel, and then there was um Forsaken, I think he did it recently, where he played every agent and VCT matches, and that video did good for him.
Really? Like, wait, like
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
like in he actually did that in the VCT?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh my gosh. That is a sick
yeah,
title. That's really cool. I wonder if that's true though. Like, hmm.
yeah. I haven't watched through it, but like I saw it and my reaction was the same. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a dude in our community actually named Stagnate. Just kind of funny. Um, who did this stuff?
Uh huh.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Yeah, do you see this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got to win with every agent in Valorant, and it's doing pretty well for him. I've only seen this
Yeah.
idea a few times. Oh yeah, wow, that's pretty crazy. Then there's also let's pull up. There's another guy. that what's his name? It's like, man, I always forget what it is. It's like I want to say it's like Brock, but I know that's not it. Brinks, that's what it is.
Okay.
This guy, he does. I brought him up a lot before because he does. Actually, he does videos very similar to Keo as well. He said, I
Yeah,
played
I
every
can see
Valorant
that.
agent from worst to best. It's kind of an interesting
Uh-huh.
spin on it. Yeah. I attempted the Valorant ranked nuzzle lock. Ooh, actually, you know what? Well, Keo has one. It's like I can't in stream until I win on every agent.
Yeah, yeah,
So he's actually already done this. But Keo also did the nuzzle lock on this game as well. Yeah, the Valorant Nuzlocke. I don't know how to say that word, but I forget exactly how it works, but it's kind of similar to that. So, anyways, he's done a lot of challenges that are adjacent to this. So, if you if that were to
yeah,
be the idea, then you would have to definitely mix it up in a different way. And as we know, like there's a lot of stuff that's kind of been done in this niche. So, like if you just did from best to worst, then I don't know if it would be like this. I played every agent from worst to best or whatever. It's not that
yeah.
yeah, it's not that interesting. I kind of wonder like why that video did so well, you know?
If I had to say, like, I think even an idea like every map, like the every aspect of it sounds like you're doing a lot of stuff, like every agent, like it's all that the game has to offer, and the viewer can watch it in one video. I think it has that ring to it that appeals people to it. So I guess like if we want, I bet like he has done some stuff on every map as well, but maybe something along those lines.
Yeah, we kind of did something like this with Merc. We said I learned a skill on every Valorant
Hmm.
agent. Wasn't the same, but it was kind of similar. That video didn't particularly go well for us, but
Yeah,
it was different. It wasn't like a match. We just like showed the skill. There's a lot of things that I could say about that video that I like. We kind of did a post mortem. And we felt like there's this, and this, and this that could have been better. So hmm, I think it's definitely a thought. It's definitely a thought. Maybe if we say you said like every map, but I don't think people are
uh-huh.
as interested in the maps because they typically play every map, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe like if we were to write this down as like maybe our first idea, just to get something down. I played every Valorant agent, but there has to be some sort of modifier.
Uh-huh.
Did you say that again?
I was saying like introduce a handicap like every agent, but just with their default abilities. Like you can't buy anything, any ability from the shop. You can only use the ability that charges up each round for each agent.
Not by abilities. I mean, wouldn't that be the point of showing off all the agents?
Yeah, the URL kit is kind of a agent specific thing, but like just to test out which agent is the strongest without it, you know?
Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Sure. Let's put it down. Let's write it in our chat here. So like I played every Valorant agent. What how would you describe it?
Let me see what the exact ability is
But I
called.
but I can't buy their abilities. But I can't buy abilities. That'd be the modifier.
Yeah, I think yeah, that makes sense.
All right, let's just start with that. So the now I guess now that we kind of have like a starting point, what it makes me think about is like what we need to kind of like wow the person where they're like, "Whoa, I never thought of that." Right? Because
Yeah,
if you do something too adjacent to what they've already done, it's like yes, that's like smart,
yeah,
but there's a lot of people that do YouTube who could like take one of your ideas and kind of shift it around a little bit and like
uh-huh.
present it as something new. And then obviously like we could like copy his old thumbnail and like make it very similar.
Yeah.
So it's not that interesting. Um so yeah, that makes me think like what are the things that are doing really well right now? I do know that
hmm
the last kind of like viral idea that we saw was this on like one of these AIM YouTuber channels. I think could be wrong, but it was like infinite MVPs. There was that. There's that AIM YouTuber that's like got like max wins or something.
Uh-huh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, do you see this?
Yeah, yeah.
EO has a video called like how I won the rarest item,
Uh-huh.
and then this guy like kind of used that same format.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this? Huh, that's crazy. He like copied those two videos like almost exact.
Mm. Yeah.
Anyways, so we're looking for the max wins thing. I don't know. I don't know where it is. Hmm. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is a guy who's basically getting like, 10 to 15,000 views per video. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, he has this one video. That one got 80K, but there's this one video that gets 190,000. And he's not, it doesn't seem like
Yeah.
he's using something that was new. Maybe it was the, hmm. I don't know. Anyways, the thought that I had was the idea of like the free wins, the FPS,
Uh-huh.
the calm aim. So if we take a closer look into that, like for instance the FPS, like I played on 1,000 FPS, since that's like the primary keyword.
Yeah.
So this video very popular, 1,000 FPS. Valorant, but it's real 1,000 FPS. They did 1,000 FPS versus 60. 1,000 FPS feels illegal. Same guy. That's Razu's most popular video, but it's 1,000 FPS. That's pretty interesting. 1,000
Yeah.
FPS seems to work really well. Let's see if he's done it before. It does not look like he's done it before.
Yeah.
So that's another idea. Obviously, we could prove that out more, like we could show all the examples, but just for the sake of brevity, we'll just, like, we just looked at him, like we all saw them. So that's another idea. I played Valorant on 1,000 FPS. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Now, like, I would ask you, like, what are some things that you've noticed recently that are getting a lot of views?
Mm, Valorant, let's see. I think right now, like the VCT stuff is at the top. Other than that, I can't really see a trend, like something that's consistently getting some views.
You should try an incognito window. We'll see, like, does it record my thing if I do this? I've got to shift it over. So, like, if you do an incognito window, some really interesting things happen where it doesn't know who you are yet. So, if we look up Valorant and we just click the first video that it gives us, so let's do the trailer. All right, now we're watching the
Yeah.
trailer. Now it's going to recommend a bunch of videos on the side. So, we got the Brinks video. That's interesting. And the reason why this is of value is because it's not recommending videos based on something that we thought of. It's
Uh-huh.
recommending videos based on what it likes to recommend to people that are looking at this content.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, most disciplined team broke all the rules by Aaron. A lot of interesting stuff. Grim Live, Mr. Lowlander, Jinxie challenged tens in a 1v1, almost a million views. Best VCT clip with every gun. Tins and Tarek play Valorant on the craziest setups ever. Red Bull Gaming. So a lot of people, I guess, like I don't know. Maybe I can ask you, Safwan, like, what are you looking for when we're doing something like this?
Like when you're doing research.
We're looking at videos on the sidebar.
Okay. I'm mostly looking for like an idea that we can fit in our, because like we see a lot of stuff here. There's Valorant trailers, there's some gameplay videos, there's challenge videos, there's some videos that are like totally out of the stuff that we do. I'm trying to look for ideas that we can use our content for, like we can fit in our for our content that we have available and go on from there.
Yeah, for me, what I'm looking for is like things that I would click on. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
And I'm also looking for things that are like a little bit more novel. Some of these ideas are a little bit washed. I
Uh-huh.
probably wouldn't click on them. I went back to CS after Valorant. I'm never going back. That's really interesting. I um I like that because he did the one where he like played all the different games. So like what if you did a
Uh-huh.
comparison of the two games?
Yeah.
Skibidi toilet, 80. 3 days ago, 7.4 million. Well, it looks like I'm getting into Skibidi toilet content, my guy. That's a lot of views. This video is a playable shooter game. What? That's a crazy
Yeah,
thumbnail.
we
What?
do a lot of videos like this, like a paint app, a typewriter thing, like stuff like that. They really popped off.
Bro, what are you talking about? What's this? What is this? Oh my gosh. What the actual hell is this? Oh wow, look at this video. There are actually 12 roles in Valorant. That caught my eye immediately.
Oh, yeah,
That's a cool thumbnail.
yeah.
You think like a Radiant. That's I don't yeah, I'm just gonna skip that one. I guess the mindset that I'm trying to always convey, or like the tactic, if you will, in doing this is that it's not about any preconceived notions that you have. It's not about something that you're researching or looking for. It's just about what pops out to you, click it, and then like look for more videos. And basically what you're trying to simulate is a viewer's behavior and you use yourself as the viewer. Like what stands out to you? And so this is how a viewer would look at the recommendations and be like, oh yeah, that looks cool. I'm clicking that. And they watch that video and then they get another recommendation. And they just keep clicking videos until they're either done or one of the videos just doesn't like none of the stuff interests them.
Yeah, yeah.
Valorant as a new player in 2026, I almost quit immediately. Sometimes I don't even read the titles. I just look at the thumbnails and I'm like looking for what's like interesting to me. All right, so let's go to one of these videos that I thought was interesting. Let's go to like this one, right? Let's click it and let's see where it takes us.
Uh-huh.
Every agent lore. One important tip for every agent. So again, I'm not gonna look at the titles. I'm just gonna scroll. I'm just gonna wait till I find something that I'm like, ooh, that looks really cool. Oh, that looks cool. I play a 5 stack with the best one tricks. Okay, that's really smart. Let's click this video. I'll do it again. Oh my gosh, dude. What? What? Every death I opened a 25,000 Kato 2014 capsule. It's kind of interesting. All right, let's see. Donating 50,000, 15,000 to streamers with 0 viewers. Guess if you spend 15,000 on a video, it's some good views right there.
Yeah.
I got into a full plat lobby as an Immortal 3. Okay, kind of interesting. Oh, this is edited too. Like this guy's really trying. I'm gonna do this one more time and then we can come back and try to put something together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The female Valorant experience, but I'm a man. Ooh, well, this one's really interesting. Accidentally queued up
Yeah,
in
the
a
bot
bot
farm.
farm. That's wild. All right, so let's take a look at this. Anything stand out to you? Anything stand out to you? Testing, testing.
Hmm. I like this comparison video between CS2 and Valorant, and given like he was trying to branch out and stuff, I think like that sort of content is right up his lane.
Mm.
Comparing Valorant, it will broaden the audience as well.
Yeah, it could be like I played Valorant and CS to find out maybe like this or something. The title. I have to use sentence case. He did this rage baiting video as a part of his one of his speed runs, and he said rage baiting my way to Radiant. And so that one of the ideas
Uh,
was I rage baited every region. It's kind of interesting. So it could be like I rage
yeah,
baited. It could be like I rage baited every rank in Valorant.
yeah,
Would be funny instead of region. Region is good, but rank could also be interesting to like see how the different ranks respond to rage bait.
yeah,
The other idea, like there's the 12 roles. You know, it's kind of like playing on every agent, like playing the different roles.
yeah.
Valorant as a new player. I don't know. What's kind of the opposite of that because he's an OG type of player, so you can't necessarily do
Yeah,
like OG player plays Valorant for the sixth year in a row. But like if you were to try to flip that idea, how would that correspond, you know?
yeah,
Thoughts?
yeah. I'm thinking like if he had taken a break, it could have been about the return and something. Like if you're doing something consistently, how do you fit that in?
I don't know. I know Candy had some videos that were like about being an OG or something. OG Caustic main returns to buffed Caustic. Okay. So like one of the things that makes me think of is like what's his oldest agent that he played, you know? Because I'm pretty sure he's a Killjoy main.
Yeah,
So it'd be like OG Killjoy main tries tries her in new act or something. I don't know. I don't know. What was the title that I just said? OG Caustic Main returns to the buffed. Oh, okay. He corresponded it with a buff. So you might be able to say like OG Killjoy main tries Killjoy in 2026, right?
Yeah,
That one's definitely the better title of the two.
yeah,
Ice five stack with the best one tricks. That's pretty interesting. Could literally just do that exact same thing, but that's a little unoriginal. I would recommend an idea like that to someone like Keo, but it doesn't really make you go, "Wow, that's really impressive," you know?
yeah, yeah.
And then for this last one, every death I open a $25,000 Kato 2014 capsule. I think the Valorant equivalent of this would be like every death I buy my viewers a skin. Uh, uh,
Yeah, that could be funny.
All right, so we have those several ideas. Let's see. I played Valorant on 1000 FPS. I played Valorant in CS2 to find which is best. I rage baited every rank in Valorant. OG Killjoy main tries Killjoy in 2026. Every death I buy my viewers a skin. Which one do you think is the best of those five?
Hmm. I think the two that appeal the most to me are Every Death I Buy My Viewers a Skin, and then I played Valorant on 1000 FPS. The last one, like I played Valorant on 1000 FPS. It's kind of the most general out of all of these, you know. So it kind of appeals to me the most.
Yeah. I think the Rage Bait one and the 1000 FPS one are the ones that are the best.
Yeah, Rage Bait's definitely an interesting topic. People definitely like watching it, but I don't know if it's Keo's thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I don't know what the video was
How
about.
much views did he?
Huh?
Yeah, how many views did this get?
This got
Okay,
over half a
performed really
million.
good. Yeah. What does he do in it though?
That's what I'm about to figure out.
What if you could clean your retainer at the touch of a button? No more brushing or tablets. Over 4 years ago, our team.
I am on a journey to hold the highest rank in 3 different games at the same time. But before we really push for the highest rank, I have to hit these ranks as a skill check for myself and to prove I can actually do this. For Valorant, that goal is currently Immortal 3. I think Valorant is going to be the hardest rank to hit, but the easiest to maintain because of hidden MMR. A new season just started, and the games we're jumping into are before this season reset, leading up to where I ended last season and reset my hidden MMR too. Here we go. If you've been around for a while, you know that I'm a pretty positive guy, outside of a few minor outbursts.
I make more money than your parents. You need to go to bed.
It's
Dang,
because
bro.
I truly believe if you build your teammates up, they'll
Okay,
generally
they're calling
play
them shorts
better.
here.
While it is true to my character to stay positive,
Say it again.
It said like they're making some, calling some shots over here, making some good comments.
Oh yeah.
It is also a psychological competitive tactic. With Valorant becoming more and more of a competitive babysitting simulator, there is no tactic I will not use, including mental warfare. While I stay positive to my teammates, those same restrictions do not apply to my enemies. If anyone is familiar with Rage Bait Spider-Man, I kind of stumbled into a similar psychological situation on my grind to Immortal 3. I introduce Rage Bait Judge Only Raise on Split. The strategy is simple. Instalock Raise.
All right, dude. He did this intentionally. Like he didn't just title this video that. He set this up. Um, Dang, 17 RR for 42 frags is diabolical. But yeah, no, that's interesting. I think another thing that we could consider is like Kia really likes those ideas where he can play different games, you know?
Yeah.
So, like in this series itself, it is about trying to hit the highest rank in 3 different games. So, it's not necessarily about rage baiting, although that is the title and the thumbnail of the video, which is the thing that's important, but the actual series that he's doing is different.
Yeah.
See this groundhog in my backyard, dude. About to go kill this groundhog. About to strangle it. Pick it up by its tail.
Damn, man.
Make some
Yeah,
groundhog
yeah.
jerky. Is there any way that we can think about these ideas as if he can like play multiple games? I should add this too, like the reason why those ideas I think worked for him is because Valorant was included in there.
Yeah. Whenever you play like this was very an interesting series, like he's trying to hit the highest rank across multiple games. Whenever you do like 2 games in a single video, it's mostly like comparison. And I guess like even in this series, he does this like he like this video is about Valorant ranked only, right? He did all of that like as a series, but in different videos. Each gameplay video was like a video of its own. So whenever you're trying to put in 2 games in one video, I think like it would be some sort of comparison.
Oh, what are you proposing here?
I don't know, maybe like the gunplay in different games. People are kind of interested in the gunplay, like how it feels, how the recoil acts, and stuff like that. And every game has like different shooting mechanics. So maybe a comparison about the gunplay.
Hmm. You need to translate that into a title. So like here's my here's my like idea, whatever. Just using the thread of like how do we make it apply to a bunch of different games? I'd
Okay.
rage baited players from every FPS game.
Yeah, yeah, that's really interesting.
And you could say like I played every FPS game on 1000 FPS. You know, I don't know. It's kind of like we're saying the same word twice as well. I think if we could find an idea that applies to a lot of different games, it could be really interesting.
Yeah.
And he likes challenges, so I think that's where we gotta leave it though. I think the best idea that we've come up with today, in my opinion, is the rage bait idea, just because he has a video doing it. He intentionally chose to do it. It got 500,000 views. We know that it has potential. Obviously, we would want to start to put together some of that proof, but that's the best one that I think we have so far. And I like the premise that it would be like he would be actually like ascending to each of the ranks. So it'd almost be like I rage baited to Radiant, very similar to the video that he had, rage baiting to Radiant, but the actual experience of the viewers would be to see how he rage baits each of the ranks.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
To rage bait, seems like to rage bait Radiance, you could do like a Grim Wall. You wouldn't even have to like try that hard. You just have to do something that they think is a gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's something to sleep on. I think we've made good progress today. This is what we want to do. And then I think from here we want to consolidate our thought process that helped us arrive at the idea itself. And so I think that's why this is important. Because if we can convey the idea that we know that he wants to get out of Valorant or brand himself as larger, and that can be worked into the thread, then he can see like these guys are already thinking about how to help me expand my audience, even though we don't even work together.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's really powerful.
So I do think it's worth probably iterating on that a little bit more. Yeah, and then we'll go from here. So that's a good session today, and I think for the people that are going to be watching this VOD on YouTube, they're going to see how we come up with ideas and how we some of the tactics that we used today. Some of the things was asking questions like, what's the first impression that you have? What's the first thought that you have? Some of it was looking at the existing channel. Some of it was looking at similar channels. Some of it was looking at channels in other games that are similar as well. We brought in Candy's channel there. And we also, I think another thing that might be important for viewers is like how we started to make some of those connections between the different things. So we didn't just copy paste ideas, but we took something like people playing on 1,000 FPS and like turned it into a title for like a challenge video. Or we didn't just look at every death I opened capsule from CS:GO and be like, well, that's CS:GO. We can't use that idea. We actually adapted it to our game.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it right there. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to watch the next one. Leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to be a part of these live coaching calls, we're going to be here at 2:30 on Mondays for the foreseeable future, doing some live coaching. So join our Discord, make sure to sign up, and you can drop in. We'll coach you up for free and go from there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.